Guide me, O thou great Jehovah, pilgrim through this barren land. I am weak, but thou art mighty. Hold me with thy powerful hand. Bread of heaven, feed me now and evermore. Feed me now and evermore.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching What Is Good. I am Jade if you're new here, and after a very messy and very unpleasantly public custody dispute that started in 2020 when former beauty queen Precious Chikwendu dumped former Minister of Aviation Femi Fani-Kayode, it looks like they are finally on a path to resolving their differences. Although, being the skeptical person that I am, I wouldn't hold my breath for this to be a long-lasting arrangement. This could very well be for publicity stunt to benefit Femi Fani-Kayode's political ambition. So I wouldn't hold my breath, and you shouldn't hold your breath either. Because I feel that if Femi Fani-Kayode does not get his desired response, his desired results from this upcoming election, he's going to go back to the same nasty person that he has always been. So yeah, let's just be very mindful of that before we celebrate this, what seemed like a really, really good deal. Unfortunately, this may not even be a permanent arrangement. That man cannot be trusted. You guys remember how Precious Chikwendu petitioned the United Nations, Amnesty International, and the United Nations Children's Fund, and the United States Agency for International Development, seeking justice and custody of her children. And I feel like all that began to pose as a negative attention for Femi Fani-Kayode, and that's the only reason why he's kind of folding right now. I don't think if it was up to this man, he would have allowed this woman to smell those children, let alone even being anywhere around them. But you know what? Given the fight that this woman has put, given all of the hope and all of the wish to even have access to her children, I am happy for her for this. So I'm glad that she's able to spend time with her children. Anyways, take a look at this video of the reunion between mother and sons, and I'll be back because some people are really mad at Precious right now. They are really angry at Precious because prior to that visitation with her children, she posted something, publicly appreciated Femi Fani-Kayode, lauded him, and and people didn't take too kindly to that. They felt betrayed. They felt like because they've been fighting for her, to gain custody, and so she kind of let them down by publicly acknowledging Femi Fani-Kayode positively. They didn't like that. And I'm just like, did you guys not hear that one of the children was sick? They didn't even let her know. Maybe this was the good faith gesture that they wanted her to do before they would even agree that she can see the children. Maybe they just said, you know what? Go on your social media and type something nice about Femi Fani-Kayode. When we see that, then we can discuss how you can see your children. You don't know that. So take a look at this and I'll be back. I want to talk about that because she also explained the reason why she did that. So we're going to talk about that when we come back. Take a look. So you guys just saw that, right? What a moving video. I felt so bad for Precious and the children, honestly. I'm really happy for her. This was what she has wanted from day one, just to see the children. So yeah, I'm glad she was able to see them. I can't even imagine how that must have felt to not have access to your babies for more than 2 years. That's wickedness, my people. That's just wickedness. This was beautiful. I'm happy for her. So anyways, let's move over to the post that is causing all of this grief on social media. So this right here is the initial post that she made on the morning of the visitation. So this is what she wrote. She said, the way to slay to a play date with your sons, with a bunch of emojis. And then she added, at Real Femi Fani Kayode, nice, and then a thumbs up emoji and a bunch of hand clapping emojis. And obviously, people needed more context to the story. And so when she came back, she added pictures of herself playing with the children. And this is what she wrote. She says, over time, I have learned to keep my peace and focus on the things that I aspire to achieve in my youthfulness rather than the ones that will derail me from my path. But I have to keep everyone updated on what is currently going on, especially for the people who have constantly prayed and fought with me when I was going through the worst time in my life. As a mother, my greatest prayer is being able to hug my kids, play with and spend time with them, no matter how little the time, bearing in mind that God gave me a basic assignment in their lives as a watchman. This is a win for us all. I have gone from not seeing them at all for 2 years to spending a few hours play dates with them and also tending to the one who wasn't well as at the time I was reached. That is all that it is currently, but I believe their father has a change of mind and is working out a process for a peaceful co-parenting, as war always have a long-lasting effect to both parties regardless. Please be patient with me as I am basking in this little joy and win for a little longer, as well as soaking it all in as I figure a way to put all issues to rest without drama. Thank you all so very much for the messages and well wishes. Thanks to my concerned elders. Okay, so I can't help but feel a shade in there. Anyways, thanks to my concerned elders, their father, through his aid and some good people around him, are in talks to see to it that my children grow up having balanced love and affection from both sides. I am hoping this leads to an end in the media wars and to a peaceful co-parenting as we move on to achieve our various destinies apart. Signed, Precious Chikwendu. Okay, so yeah, I think the people, by saying that the people around him, I just really think that the politicians around him are the ones telling him, listen, if you really want a chance at this at all, you have to publicly make peace with the mother of your children, because things that people are saying about you are not good things. So yeah, I think that's basically what happened. If this wasn't going to somehow benefit or turn around for him in terms of his political career, Femi Fani Kayode will not be doing this. But you know what? It's a win, like Precious said. You know, you take a win when you can get it, right? But people were really, really mad at Precious. They're like, oh, you betrayed us. You let us down. After everything that we did for you, you went and settled behind our back. And now you are basically appreciating him publicly to slap on the face. I'm like, are you people for real though? Is this real life? Are you kidding me? This woman hasn't seen her children in years. Which one of you wouldn't dance naked if that's what it would take for you to see your children? Like, are you for real though? I don't even know what's wrong with people sometimes. They be taking things too far. Like, are you kidding me? You are literally criticizing a mother for saying nice things so that this man would allow her see her children. Keep in mind, one of them was sick and they wouldn't even tell her. That's how vindictive the people that she's dealing with are. Oh my gosh. And that wasn't everything though. A WhatsApp conversation between Precious and somebody got leaked online, and that conversation shed even more light to what went down and some of the things that she probably would not be comfortable saying openly. And shout out to Just Lover Blogs for scooping this. That's where I got this from. So the person screenshot Precious Chikwendu's initial post where she was saying nice to Femi Fani Kayode, and this is what the person wrote. The person said, "Sure you see, say you no get sense, Precious." The person went on to say, "What is this? You deserve all what FFK did and even more." That's what the person wrote to. Continuing, the person wrote, "You cut us out, no update." And then on that one, Precious replied and said, "FFK and I don't talk." And then Precious came back and said, my last son has been in the hospital for days. And then the person then replied to the comment where Precious said, FFK and I don't talk. And the person said, but you hailed him out there. Just wow. And then Precious responded to that by saying, Halam is no crime, means nothing, only meant I am glad he had a brain reset. I almost lost my son without knowing he was ill. Now think about how you will feel as a mother if they keep it away from you that your child is ill. At least he found sense to ask his aides to tell me to go see my son in the hospital. My sick son couldn't even look at me. I was broken. Next day, I demanded all of them be brought to the hospital so I see them all. He sent them to the hospital. The senior one was so excited, and gradually the rest warmed up. They never left my side for a second and were already brainwashed that I abandoned them for another man. And before I continue reading the rest of the messages, I want to quickly touch on this for a little bit, because when Precious was crying out and wanting to see her children and demanding that they allow her access to her children, some of the comments that I kept seeing online wherever the story was posted was that, oh, just relax yourself. When the children grow up, they will look for you. Abba, they will find you now. Just let them do their thing. I don't even know if those people saying those things have children or they even have a conscience. Like, you don't even have to have a children. Like, you can just know the right thing to do based on being raised by a loving mother. You know, maybe those people do not understand the concept of being raised by a mother. And secondly, and most importantly, you see, within 2 years, she already believed that they've brainwashed the children into believing that she left them, she abandoned them for another man. Imagine how much brainwashing they would have done on those children 3 more years, 4 more years, up until they reach 18, like adult age. Do you honestly think that with somebody as vindictive as Femi Fani-Kayode, do you honestly think that he would have allowed those children to have any kind of positive relationship with their mother? Do you think he would have had it in him to actually say nice things about their mother to them? Their entire life would have been a life of being brainwashed into believing that their mother abandoned them. Like, what part of that don't you get? What part of Femi Fani-Kayode that we see publicly gives you the inclination? I'm not even talking about what he does behind the scenes. I mean, given all the things that we have heard that he's been accused of, that he does behind the scenes, scary stuff, okay? But let's just talk about some of the things that you see him do publicly. What part of that man gives you the impression that he will say nice things to his children about their mother? So the people that are saying, oh, just relax, don't even bother. If he doesn't want you to have access to the children, just leave them. Once they reach adulthood, they'll come and look for you. Lies. Unless, of course, those children were not raised by Femi Fani-Kayode. By the time he finished work on them, in terms of brainwashing, if ever they are coming to look for you, it's not so that they can give you a warm fuzzy hug. It's so that they can cause great bodily harm to you. Let me just tell you. So the people that are saying that, I don't even know what part of that man gave you the impression that he has it in him to be nice or to raise those children in a way that they can actually love their mother in the future. Are you kidding me? Give me a break. So anyways, let's keep reading. It says, they never left my side for a second and were already brainwashed that I abandoned them for another man. Now tell me, would you look at 4 innocent boys begging you to return? Continuing, she said, I can't stand Femi Fani-Kayode, will never sit in a room with him or say hi to him. As we speak, he's in court with NAPTIP tomorrow for all he did to me. But I am glad he let me see my kids and nurse the sick one. Oba, if you have 2 4-year-old sons who don't talk, and you know they were talking before you left, but the trauma has made them not talk at all, what will you do? This fight will not matter if I have dumb children. He is negotiating shared custody. That will give me space to help my children talk. And if the world assume I am stupid for choosing my kids, then so be it. The war was not to make people happy and entertained, but to have my sons grow with me. I'm winning, and my sons will heal from all of this madness. And of course, so you guys just heard me read that. What she's saying makes a lot of sense. I don't know any loving mother who would not drop everything, who would not drop, including her feelings for the father of the children, to do whatever it takes to be with the children, especially the one that is sick. So yeah, especially if this is what she has wanted for the longest time. And people shouldn't make her feel bad for doing what she needed to do to see her children. And shame on you, any one of you who is out there saying, oh, she betrayed you, she did not communicate with you, she may have resolved the issue behind your back and stuff like that. Like, who are you? You are just somebody online. You don't live her life. Yes, you can talk, you can voice out your opinion or whatever, but at the end of the day, you're not the one wearing the shoe. You don't get to tell her how she's going to react. You don't get to be angry that she's choosing to be with her children at all costs, no matter what. Like I said, unless of course your heart is made of stone, then you're in a different league, you're in a world of your own. But for the rest of us, like those of us with a heart, there is no way anybody is going to tell you, just type a few lines and kind of appreciate me, and then you can come and see your children, the same children that she's been wanting to see for the longest time. Of course, she's going to jump on that opportunity. Come on, guys, be realistic. But then again, you that is saying that she did you wrong, maybe that's your own reality as well. So maybe that's you being realistic, so who can fault you for that? But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about this. I'm happy for Precious. I'm glad that she's able to see her children and nurse the sick one, and I hope that this continues, and I hope that even though all of this has the trimmings of publicity stunt and whatever politically motivated shit, I just hope that maybe somewhere in that heart of his, he can actually understand the need for these children to have a relationship with their mother. But yeah, anyways, that's how I'm going to end this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you all so much. I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.